Was gonna make a video right now, but since it is International Anime Day, I decided to drop some content on one of my most beloved shows in history. I know, I might look a bit dorky for a pervy millennial in his 20s to talk about Pokemon,
The early bird gets the worm, or in this case, the Pokemon.
but I really like this show, and I legit consider it to be one of the greatest anime ever made. Despite it being a calculated corporate commercial,
Oh, but Gengar jumps aside! Gengar is moving beautifully today!
believe it or not, I only watched the show back in 2018, and ever since the beginning, I simply loved every aspect of the anime.
Ash, you're acting like a look! Inside this ball is the very first Pokemon I ever caught.
Pokemon has found the golden formula of balancing kid-friendly content with ideas and concepts that even adults can enjoy. The characters are well written, and even though simplistic, they interact well with each other.
If you just try hard enough, things will work out, won't they?
No, Ash, I'm afraid things won't just work out if you try hard enough.
It is so brilliant to have such colorful personalities gather around and create such a fun, enjoyable experience. I think the best aspect of the show is the protagonist, Ash Ketchum.
I am Ash. I will be a Pokemon master.
He's such a main character shown archetype that it almost comes off as a parody, now that anime has become such a mundane aspect of the internet.
It's a little weird. Weird?
Ash is a simple person. He is clumsy, dumb, and kinda untalented, and yet he just so happened to have the greatest Pokemon adventures due to his kind heart and approachable personality.
Oh, it's so cute, it's the best of all.
You'll see.
Oh, hi, Pikachu.
From the moment he came on screen, I sympathized with this fellow. He reminds me a lot of Usagi from Sailor Moon. They are both late for events,
Oh no! What time is it?
bad at schoolwork, and complete naive slobs.
It's 11 o'clock and you should be asleep. But tomorrow I begin my Pokemon journey.
Yet this is how Japan thought millennials will end up being. I say they were right on their money.
I bet him $1 million that he'd be wrong.
Well, money isn't everything, right?
It is such an accessible anime. Whenever I feel like relaxing and enjoying a compelling and captivating narrative, I watch Pokemon. This show can even display feelings without being too emotional or childish.
I can't be defeated by the likes of you. I'm going to capture and defeat you all.
It deals with some admirable concepts like friendship, acceptance, and even destiny. Pokemon also has the best opening song in history. No other anime or cartoon ever came close to replacing this awesome track. Maybe the Shaman King opening might be just as good in certain aspects, but even that awesome thematic song cannot top the incredible experience of Pokemon.
To be shaman.
To be shaman.
This anime is legendary. In nearly every aspect, the animations are decent, even to today's standards, and the art style embodies such a retro shonen look that is nostalgic and charming enough to be accessible even for new members of the otaku community.
Just be confident. You can do anything that you set your mind to. Do you understand?
Yes.
This anime is lit, son. Even though it might not have the awesome fights of Yu-Gi-Oh!, it still delivers heavily on the comedy and character development.
I love my new little Pokemon.
I guess it takes a worm to love a worm.
Very funny.
I like this weird approach to the world of Pokemon. The main character is primarily focused on gathering creatures and learning about their personalities and behavior.
Metapod. Caterpie's next stage.
The show has a hidden message about understanding nature and fulfilling your purpose in life. It is so damn engaging to watch it. As an adult, I can appreciate the more subtle aspects of the anime, and it is so rewarding to see how much care and skill went to creating a complex and fulfilling experience.
Pikachu only likes me. Pikachu.
It is also a nice throwback to the game by making the art at the beginning of the series. It was made as a statement to show the audience this is indeed the adaptation of the product they love and wasted their parents' money on. Sadly, I was too young back then to collect anything Pokemon related. When it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, however, Now that is a completely different story. I used to collect a lot of cards and make my own deck due to friends from school, and even make tournaments with them. Good times. But hey, now I'm an adult, and I get to watch Pokemon and admire its craftsmanship.
Everybody has something they don't like, and I don't like bugs!
Yeah? Well, I like carrots and peppers and bugs.
Therefore I say, I grew up into a fine individual. As I was saying, Pokemon is one of the greatest shonen ever made, and Ash Ketchum is an extremely likable and fun protagonist.
Yes! We got Pidgeotto!
Pikachu!
The whole anime relies on his chemistry with Pikachu and his gang. If Ash would have been a whiny entitled brat like Naruto, the show wouldn't have had the same popularity and success. Think about it. Since the accent follows on character interactions rather than the action, nothing would have worked if Ash was not such an open-minded, approachable fellow. I like his naivety and how overwhelmed he is by certain situations. He's a child willing to pursue his dream, and it is this very determination and willpower which makes him succeed and attract all manner of individuals. I got a profile for a minute and mentioned his hot MILF of a mom. Oh.
But I'm going to miss you so much. Oh, my little boy.
Pika.
The art style might be a bit rough, but the body is lean as a feather. That mom has been lonely for far too long, if you ask me. Look at that pretty face and feminine figure. If Mr. Oak is not giving her wood on the side, he's out of his goddamn mind.
Don't forget to change your underwear. Every single day.
Cheerful, optimistic, and a total eye candy. Definitely one of the best MILFs in anime. Also, her housewife, faithful woman archetype only makes her even more desirable.
I packed your sneakers and jeans, nice clean shirts and underwear, and your favorite snacks and some hot chocolate in case...
I also have to talk about Misty. She's the standard shonen female best friend, a little tomboyish and aggressive, but trustworthy and independent. Misty is the voice of reason. On many occasions, she tries to make Ash understand the world and make him conduct himself with more care and thought.
I'm trying to.
You should try to learn something about Pokemon first. With Pokemon, you've got to use strategy.
She also has some cool Pokemon in her arsenal.
You know as well as I do that a water Pokemon can't battle on land. I was just warming up.
I like how she met Ash. Misty basically fished him out of water, and ever since their chance encounter, Misty did her best to find any excuse to hang around him.
I'm not following you. This happens to be the fastest way through the woods.
Fine, do whatever you want.
This was nice character development. We see both Ash and Misty learn to deal with each other as their strong personality clash on many occasions.
And now, if you kindly keep your big mouth shut, you'll see how it's done.
It is funny, kinda cliche how annoyed Ash is with a female companion. Back when I was his age, I preferred to ignore girls rather than let them intervene with my fun. Gotta agree with his criticism sometimes. Misty can be a bit superficial and even obnoxious in certain circumstances.
Anything about your bike until...
I don't want any of your lame excuses, kid. I just want a new bike right now.
Also, Mr. Oak. That dude is weird. I guess he's the mad scientist type who spends his time alone and bonds with lonely mothers. Not a bad life. He also is the one who gives Ash his first Pokemon, namely Pikachu. There are many more other Pikachu out there, but for some reason this one is special, and it shows. I mean, he's giving quite the attitude and refuses to get into the ball.
Pikachu, get in the ball now!
Also, he's zapping people indiscriminately and makes Ash, with some actual effort, to get into his good graces. This was the first trial Ash had to overcome as a Pokemon trainer. Understanding their habits and preferences is the key to obtaining and taming as many Pokemons as he can. Alright guys, it's finally time to also introduce the main antagonist of the series, Team Rocket, blasting off with the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Announce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse.
James.
I love these guys. Such a clever way to give us fun, interesting villains, also adding charm and comedy to the series. Jesse is kinda hot, and James is the bad boy, handsome archetype of the 90s. He even has a rose, just like Tuxedo Mask and Kurama. This is such an iconic duo, and the show always found a way to make them relevant for whatever lesson Ash had to learn or obstacle he had to overcome. Team Rocket also seems to have the weirdest evil plans to capture Pokemons. It's so damn funny to see teenagers fight adults and children for Pokemon. It's kinda scary how similar millennials ended up with this type of Katos.
A perfect prize.
Let's catch it!
Perhaps we will.
Also that Meow Cat from Team Rocket. She has such an Italian gangster voice. He sounds like the short dude from Home Alone. He's such a stereotypical crook.
Your Pikachu's power is impressive in me. I really got a charge out of its incredible attack the last time.
One last thing, I like how the show promotes this rivalry between Ash and Gary.
Well, Ash, you snooze, you lose, and you're way behind right from the start.
While our protagonist is a slob, untalented, and unprepared for his journey, Gary is a complete protege, with cheerleaders and experience as a Pokemon trainer.
Oh, sorry. Excuse